as y'all just saw, I was able to make San Antonio's 2023 kickoff for the XFL, which honestly, it was a lot of fun. I had a blast, right? The whole crowd was into it. I was into it. I got to see The Rock, which is awesome. That guy's massive. But the game was so different from what you see on TV, from what you go and see in the NFL game, that it kept you intrigued, right? Now, there is a lot to take out of this game. There's a lot to take out of this league in general. But one of the biggest game changers are the rules, right? The rules that are different from the NFL that the XFL has implemented to make this game interesting or better or lower risk of injury, which that's what we're going to get into. So I'm not going to get into every single rule that is different from the NFL. So if you want me to cover something that I'm not going to cover in this video, put it in the comment section down below and I'll make a separate video for that discussing those rules. So if you're into it, I'm into it. Let's get right to it. So first rule I want to talk about, right, which is probably the hottest topic in the XFL, is the kickoff, right? Now, the NFL has been looking to find an alternative to lower the risk of injury when it comes to their kickoff, right? But at the same time, keeping the game honest. And yes, I said honest, it's not scripted. I do not believe that it's scripted.
Are you sure about that?
Right? Keep the game honest, fair, and still fun for the players as well. So what the XFL has done, they lined up each team 5 yards apart. They had the kicking team on the 35-yard line and the receiving team on the 30-yard line. And just seeing it in person, you could see the intimidation between these players and just the boldness that they have. They're ready to hit each other 5 yards apart. Now they do have to wait for the returner to catch the ball in order for them to go, right? Like that's the signal. There is no whistle. That's the signal for them to go. And honestly, it was pretty cool because almost every kickoff, you saw a kick return. We had over 90% of kick returns in the XFL, opposed to the NFL last year, only having 40%, which is not a lot. And it's not good for football. We want to see action, right? But yes, I do understand we want to avoid some collision, right? Some high-speed collision that causes that injury. So let's see what the NFL does to adjust their kickoff, or if they would even adjust it at all, right? All right. Next rule I want to talk about, which is not the biggest rule out there, but it's like kind of going back to college days, right? So you have the receivers, once they make a catch and they have 1 foot in and they go out of bounds, it's still catch. So in the NFL, as we all know, that toe drag swag, we got to have 2 feet in bounds until you go out of bounds, right? You got to have complete possession of the ball and you got to have 2 feet in, which is the same for the XFL, but you only need 1 foot, which is part of the biggest reason. That was really the turning point in the game, which how the St. Louis Battlehawks came back and beat the San Antonio Brahmas. Well, I'm not the biggest fan there, but it is what it is. Let's get these guys out there. Let's have some games, right? Which I do understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to make this a high scoring game. They're trying to make this an exciting game, right? Don't waste too much time going over the booth review. Did he have 2 feet in? Hey, keep it clean, keep it simple. Let's keep on moving. All right, next one I really want to talk about are the extra points. Yes, extra points. They have an opportunity to go for 1, 2, or 3 extra points, which is amazing because it gives the opposite team a lot of different possibilities of coming back, right? Keeps the game exciting. Honestly, it's exactly like Madden when you play, I think it's like franchise player. I played that very recently. I don't play Madden anymore because that game is just horrible. I had basically lost out my money. I'm not able to play it. So EA, if you're watching this, fix your game, please. But yeah, in Madden, you have opportunity to get first 1, 2, or 3 points in franchise player. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's the game mode, which you have as well in the XFL, which I witnessed there in person. It was honestly pretty cool. And it's exciting because you don't know how many points your team's going to go for unless you're like a mathematician up there in the head, which honestly, you don't need too much knowledge to know how many points you need to catch up or to tie or to take that lead. But it's a cool aspect in the game, which I really did like. So we do have another rule that I want to go over. It's probably the biggest one in my opinion. But before we get into that, let's have a quick word from our sponsor. We're excited to announce that we have partnered up with the fastest growing supplement brand, Redcon One. Now, Redcon One is a mission-based company that creates premium supplements for people that want to get the most out of their workout and workday. They offer anything from protein to creatine to pre-workout, anything you need to help you with your grind, they got it. Use code T20NSP to get a special discount on your order. Yes, we partnered with Redcon One, which is a phenomenal brand. I've been using it for over a decade. I love it. It's great supplements. I'm not going to advertise something that I don't use myself. I use it all the time. I just took it right now. That's kind of why I'm a little amped up. I got some pre-workout in me. I just finished my workout. But yeah, go out there, go try it. Use discount code T20NSP to get a discount on your order. So the last rule I want to talk about is an option to be able to keep the ball. So everyone knows that the NFL, it's a tight game. You need the ball back. You just scored, and really, it's no hope because an onside kick more than likely is going to fail, right? It doesn't happen. Well, the XFL has implemented something where you could go for it. And what I mean by that is that you're in a situation where it's 4th and 15 and you make that conversion, you keep the ball. And it's really cool. I mean, I like it and I don't like it because unfortunately the XFL kept the same rule that the NFL has as far as pass interference, just spot of the foul, first down. So, thanks a lot for that rule. But I think it brings a cool aspect to the game. You're on your toes. Here's the catch, though. If you want to go for it, you could only do that when it's in the fourth quarter. Yes, the fourth quarter when your palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. Okay, stop myself right there. Honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of this rule, but it does bring a cool aspect to the game. As I said before, you're excited about it. You want, and the reason why I have this face is because this is how St. Louis came back and won the game. Personally, I think instead of a 4th and 15, I think it should be like a 4th and 20. Make it a bigger challenge for the team because that guy's going to drop back, set out there, and give it to their biggest playmaker to get that first down. I mean, 15 yards does seem like a lot, but seeing it in person, I'm just like, these guys caught fire towards the fourth quarter. They really did. And I felt like nothing was stopping them. They figured something out. And just to get the ball back, they made it look a little too easy. Now, no, there was another game, which was on Saturday, which a 4th and 15 was not converted. So it kind of evens out. Anyways, I think this change of fourth and 20. Let me know what you think down in the comments down below. Or if you want to talk about a different rule that I did not discuss in this video, let me know. These are my thoughts in the XFL. So give me your thoughts. Let's talk about it. But thank you all so much for tuning into this video. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button. And until next time, keep on grinding.